Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, your best crypto plug. Remember to like this video, share it with fellow crypto enthusiasts, and leave a comment below to let us know your thoughts and questions. Inside this video, let's cover some news topics that have happened in the past few weeks. And to begin, let's first look at statistics. So we could see here that Kaspa is currently sitting at 15.75, and our volume right now is at $97.5 million. Market cap currently sitting at $3.6 billion. We have about 79.80% mined. We're almost at 80% fully mined here. Our hash rate is at 177 petahashes. Our highest hash rate was 186, and we're currently about 1 day and 12 hours away from the next reward reduction in the block award when miners are mining new blocks. The current reward is sitting at 131 Kaspa, and our next reward is going to be 123 Kaspa per block. If we're looking at the top addresses, we can go ahead and see here that mainly in the past week, there have just been a lot of addresses that have been adding Kaspa. But in the sharks, we could see that it looks like people have been moving around funds and possibly selling. And I know for sure that some people are selling to get new miners right now. And I'm pretty sure people are wondering why Kaspa is not outperforming Bitcoin right now or performing well with all the other cryptos. And honestly, you just got to remember that Kaspa currently is not listed on all of the major exchanges. And typically, once a coin is listed on all those major exchanges, it will then follow the market perfectly. But since it's not the case, I'm pretty sure that there are just a lot of miners selling to possibly get some Bitcoin or to buy more miners to keep on mining Kaspa, and I can show you proof of that soon here. Next up, we have the supply not moved in over 3 months. And you can see in the last 3 months, we're still over 50% of the supply has not moved. It's currently sitting at 53.63%. In the last 6 months, about 35% of the supply has not moved and inactive for over a year. It looks like it finally had a drop off at this 15% level and dropped down to 14%, but it's currently back on the rise, trying to get back at that 15% of the supply has not moved in over 1 year. And then looking at the 2 years, it's always just been going up so far and currently sitting at 3.15% of the supply not moving in over 2 years. This is a new metric that we're going to be looking at pretty much every single news video that I do cover for Kaspa, and it's going to be looking at the power law chart. And if you have not seen that video, go check it out. And you can see that currently we are sitting at the predicted area pretty much. It's currently a negative 3% difference, but it's pretty much predicting that tomorrow it should be somewhere around 16 cents. We're going to put this out at least for the next 30 days just to see where the power law is predicting the price to be and just follow this and see if it's accurate. So within the next 26 days or so, the future your fair price is to have Kaspa at least 18 cents. Of course, this is not accurate and you should not be following this to be precise and a way for you to determine when to buy your Kaspa because this can easily not be always correct. If we take it out of logarithmic scale, you can see this is what the trend line looks like. And there are times when Kaspa is completely under this trend line or completely over this trend line. This line is simply that, just a trend online, and it's just a trend of where the price could maybe be, but it's not where it is going to for sure be. So just be mindful of that when looking at this. But this is just something fun to look at and see if Kaspa will follow this power law going forward. Let's get into some news topics about Kaspa. So Kaspa got a new ambassador for India. So that's always good to see because there are over at least 30 ambassadors now all across the world promoting Kaspa at universities and other events, which is always good to see for Kaspa adoption. Next is showing someone who admitted to having recently sold Kaspa. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a time when Kaspa's price dipped very significantly out of nowhere. And this person said right here, that was all me to buy more Kansas 3s, was 3.1 million USD. Some people don't realize that a good amount of Kaspa selling is into Kaspa mining investments. And this person said that it seemed like the wrong time to sell. And he mentioned here, yes, but Bitmain would adjust the price of the units accordingly and mining will only become more competitive. It's all self-adjusting to the price, so it doesn't matter when you sell. In my mind, I should sell even more right now to break even to get capital. The same amount of coins back is only 6 months, and the rest is profit. It's an interesting economy, but I welcome any analysis. So this is just one of the Kaspa miners who I recently sold their Kaspa to get more miners to simply continue securing the network. And recently on February 26, Bitmain released a brand new Kaspa miner, which is the KS5 Pro. And these things sold out within seconds. People were complaining because of how fast they sold out. So clearly Kaspa mining is still very popular. People continue to buy these machines to try to acquire more Kaspa. As the supply continuously decreases month after month, there's just going to be a supply crunch because there's soon not going to be much left for Kaspa to mine. So this is still pretty bullish in the long run, seeing that miners are continuously being purchased because obviously people are buying them. After all, they see future potential in Kaspa appreciation. The next thing here is someone has developed a social Kaspa network for everyone to join, and you could make an account here. And it looks something like a Facebook, but it's just dedicated to Kaspa, and it's pretty interesting. I made an account myself, but it's called Kaspa. But this is pretty cool to see that people continuously develop things for Kaspa because they just simply believe in the future that Kaspa has. Next, we have here the official Kaspa Twitter saying, setup is complete and the event is underway for a historic Kaspa meetup. And this meetup was done in Israel. And if you don't already know, the founder of Kaspa, Yonatan right here, and a researcher, Shay, and one of the coders, Michael, were at this event and they were speaking about Kaspa and future developments. It was all done in Hebrew, and currently we are waiting for the translation in English. I'll be sure to make a video about this meetup. Once the translation in English is finished and I can watch it, I'll give you guys updates on what was said here. But from people who went to this event because they speak Hebrew, I was told basically that Yonatan has said that he's finished his design with proof of work and he's pretty much perfected it. And now he's working on perfecting smart contracts, and pretty much he's just moving towards trying to prove it on paper like he always does, because Yonatan is mainly a researcher and writes documents. White papers. So we're going to see what's going to happen, but pretty much the Mivi resistance is what Yonatan is trying to solve with proof of work and on Kaspa. Moving on to some more adoption here. We have Elper, which has been recently getting a lot of places to adopt Kaspa, or just been announcing places that have adopted Kaspa. But over here it says this is the only restaurant serving Belgian and Flemish street food in Lepu City in the Philippines, and they are now accepting Kaspa. He has another one here saying that it's already possible to enjoy some Korean fried chicken at Coco's in Omaha, USA with Kaspa. This person has recently been reporting a few places in the US that have been accepting Kaspa. So it's always really cool to see these places start accepting Kaspa here. Next, we have news from Ice River. They recently released an exclusive KS Zero Pro Kaspa edition going at $350. There's nothing pretty much different with this one. It's still doing 200 gigahashes at 100 watts, but it does look very clean. Now, I'm not going to buy this right now. I think I'm going to wait another month after they go out to possibly see the price on this decrease, because personally, if I buy this, to me, it's more of a collectible than looking for ROI. The price currently of Kaspa is getting close to the point where buying these would be worth it, because you probably will ROI both in the dollar amount and the Kaspa amount. But since the price recently has declined, I don't think now is the time to personally buy one. Unless you just truly want to get your hands, just have a collector's item. It will for sure make Kaspa, but currently knowing the hash rate and the emission schedule always increasing and decreasing, this may not be ROI in the Kaspa amount, and it may. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video informative, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more exciting updates on emerging technologies. As always, do your research and stay curious about the ever-evolving world of cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. See you again in the next video.